In the bustling heart of the city, where power and ambition go hand in hand, an unexpected and passionate love story is born between a powerful CEO and his dedicated secretary. Matthew Cullen, a feared and respected leader, and Kimberly Parker, a young woman determined to prove her worth, meet in an engaging plot that promises to delight and move everyone. Matthew, the head of the company himself, was known for being very intelligent and having very tough business strategies. He was a man who made people respect him and, at times, even fear him. Kimberly, his dedicated secretary, had recently started working there and really wanted to show that she was good at what she did. Always efficient, discreet and prepared, she became Matthew's most important person in the company. Their story began on a day that seemed like any other. From the moment Matthew and Kimberly first laid eyes on each other, they felt a special connection, like a spark that neither of them could ignore. But, as they were both great professionals, they did everything they could to hide the attraction they felt, maintaining respect at work. Although Matthew was experiencing problems in his marriage, he tried hard to be faithful to his commitment. On the other hand, Kimberly, even though she felt her heart beat faster when she got close to Matthew, kept her feelings to herself, trying to maintain appropriate behavior at work. Over time, their relationship grew and became more than just professional. One day at the office, Matthew was very anxious and sad. Kimberly noticed something wasn't right and said, "Mr. Matthew, I noticed you don't look good today. Can I help with anything? What is happening? In addition to being your secretary, I'm here as a friend too." Then, he started to vent. "Kimberly, I'm sorry, but I need to talk to someone. My marriage has come to an end for good. There's no turning back. My wife left home and went to live with another man." Kimberly sat there silently, listening intently as Matthew told her about the end of his marriage. Kimberly knew that, at that moment, the most important thing was to just listen, so that Matthew could release all the sadness that was consuming him. Matthew's revelation about the end of his marriage strengthened the bond between them. Kimberly became more than just a secretary. She became Matthew's confidant, his safe haven in difficult times. Over time, Matthew adapted to his new life as a single man. One morning, while Kimberly was in Matthew's office, he asked, "Kimberly, can you bring in last week's financial reports?" Kimberly raised her eyes to look at him, and all the love she felt for him was evident on her face. "Of course, Mr. Matthew. I'll be right back with them," she replied in a sweet voice, maintaining her professional posture, although she felt an intense heat inside. When she came back with the documents, Matthew said, "You're Kimberly, I've been feeling something special for you for a while now. And spending more time with you these days, I think you feel the same way too." She was surprised, not knowing how to react to these unexpected words. "Would you like to go to a quiet place where we can talk without compromising our work?" Kimberly nodded and quickly left the room. The night when they met, he saw her arriving and said, "Kimberly," he called, his soft voice carrying an intensity that went beyond the formalities of the office. She turned to look at him, her eyes reflecting the desire that burned within her, and said, "Hello, Lord Matthew," he corrected her softly, crossing the distance between them with steady steps. "Here, it's just Matthew and Kimberly." Her heart pounded as he approached, a mixture of fear and desire shining in her eyes. "This is risky," she whispered, fighting the avalanche of emotions that enveloped her. "Love always brings its challenges," Matthew replied, gently touching her face. "But it is also the most valuable treasure we can find in this life." And in that moment, they surrendered to what they felt, finding in each other's embrace a refuge from the relentless reality that surrounded them. It was like a secret between sighs and whispers, where love emerged even in difficulties, defying all the rules. For many months, they lived a hidden love. At the office, they kept the romance that was growing between them hidden. In Matthew's arms, Kimberly discovered what it was like to be truly loved. His affection and bold caresses made her feel immense happiness. The secret meetings were moments of pure love and pleasure for both of them. Matthew realized that Kimberly was the right person for him and began to think about entering into a relationship, as she deserved to be his wife. The love between Matthew and Kimberly was complicated not only because she was his secretary and he was his boss, in addition to being the owner of the company, but also because of the social complications. As always happens, negative forces arose against the couple. A major competitor of his, not only envious of Matthew's business empire, but also wanting to destroy him, plotted blackmail against him. One afternoon, as Matthew was going through the reports in his office, he received a sealed envelope. Finding it all very strange, he opened the envelope to see what it was about, and saw that what was written threatened to reveal his deepest secret. Her hidden romance with her assistant will soon be discovered, Matthew Collin. Either you give us control of your company, or we expose your personal life for everyone to see. Matthew's heart pounded with despair, but he showed determination in his eyes as he stood up to face his opponent. Matthew wasn't going to let the love he felt for Kimberly be used as a bargain in a power play. With courage and intelligence, they came together to turn the tables on their enemy and found a solution. In a surprising coup and incredible turn of events, they decided to announce that they were getting married in 3 months. After freeing themselves from the blackmail, Matthew and Kimberly felt stronger in their love. Their wedding was a success, it even appeared on TV. With the courage that only true lovers have, they faced every challenge together, including a desperate attempt by the villain to separate them. But, united and determined, they overcame every obstacle, building a future in which there was no place for bad secrets or hidden threats. Shortly after the wedding, they decided to take an incredible trip that strengthened their love even more. They decided to escape the pressures of the city for a bit. During this period, they discovered more about themselves. They were able to have fun and experience all the desires they felt for each other, but which were held back by fear. Definitely a trip filled with lots of love and pleasure. Between laughter and adventures, they were able to decide and agree on what they really wanted for the future. They promised each other that they would never let anything or anyone destroy what they had. This time together strengthened their bond even further, preparing them to face the world with more unity and love. In the end, it was the power of their love that overcame all difficulties, inspiring many others to believe in the power of true love. And so, Matthew and Kimberly's story shows us that true love can overcome any obstacle. If you liked this exciting story, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any details of the next adventures. And if you want to continue being enchanted by surprising love stories, be sure to check out the video about the millionaire who fell in love with the peasant girl. You can find it on the end screen of this video. Thanks for following along and see you next time.